So we're going to close the morning with a performance by Christa Couture. After a series of personal losses that would flatten any normal human being, loss of a leg to cancer, loss of 2 children, and loss of a marriage, Christa Couture picked herself up and started to make music again. Where's Christa? There she is.
Thank you. Hi. I am Christa Couture. Gosh, my name in lights. And in the Ideas CD program, I'm titled a Cyborg Chanteuse. I am those things. I am a singer-songwriter. I am a nonfiction writer. I'm a half-breed Cree from northern Alberta. I'm a mother. Woo, yeah. and I'm an amputee, among other things. So the amputee part, I lost my leg when I was 13 years old in what was a stroke of very good luck, actually. I'd been diagnosed with Ewing's sarcoma when I was 11. Ewing's is a type of bone cancer. And after chemotherapy and radiotherapy failed, the surgery was the cure. And you maybe have cancer now, or you have had cancer. You certainly know many people who have and do. You have lost at least one dear person to it. And I have too. And in those 2 years that I spent in and out of the pediatric oncology unit in what is now the Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton, a lot of the friends that I made there, they died during that time that I was there. So I knew at the age of 13 and outliving some of my friends that I was incredibly lucky that there was a way out of the cancer that I had for me. So people ask me to talk about my experience having had cancer. It was 25-ish years ago. A lot has happened since, and it's been only 2 years since I started calling myself a cyborg. And I started doing that when I got a new kind of knee component, a microprocessor knee. And specifically, I have the Oser Rio 3 model. And what the microprocessor does is it takes 90 readings per second to gauge where I am in my gait cycle, and it provides resistance based on that information. So the knees that I had for 20-odd years before this one, if they were bent at all and I put weight on it, it would collapse. And the microprocessor knee, what happens if it's bent and I put weight on it, it provides resistance. So what that means is that I don't fall as much as I used to, which is really great. And that translates into being able to walk down inclines in stride. I can navigate uneven terrain much more easily. And my favorite part is that I can now go downstairs step over step instead of one at a time. So this piece of technology, it totally transformed how I am physically in the world in a way that I didn't even know was possible. I thought after 22 years, I was a pretty high-functioning amputee. I thought it was as good as it gets, but this totally upped my game. So, cyborg. To be a cyborg, that is, of course, a mix of biology and technology. If you wear glasses, you could call yourself a cyborg. But once it became that part of my body needed to be plugged in at night because it's battery-operated, I thought I would embrace the term. And I was also given a piece of really good advice from a great drag queen, and that advice was, if you can't hide it, decorate it. Right? It's really good advice. Because it wasn't a secret that I only had one leg, but it was something that I had kept hidden. The way that I dressed, the finish that I had on my prosthesis, for all of those years, I was trying to pass for a 2-legged person. So in my decision to come out as a cyborg, I decided that I would decorate the leg. So this floral cosmesis, at a glance, some people think that it's hand-painted. It's actually an upholstery fabric that I found that is laminated onto the fiberglass. And in getting this made and putting this out so visibly, not only have I been experiencing a new level of physical ability, I've also been starting to have totally new interactions with people about disability. Every day, people come up to me just to tell me that they think it's beautiful, or to ask me how it was made, or how does it work, or they want to take a picture because their cousin's an amputee. And so this leg, not only is it my favorite accessory, truly, I think it goes with everything. It's also become part of some of my favorite conversations, and those conversations are with curiosity, and they're about creativity, and really, I think those conversations come down to celebrating our differences. So that's how I came to be a cyborg. Now, as for Chanteuse, just gonna plug in here, guys. I do spend a lot of time on stage singing songs for people. So I'm gonna play a couple songs for you. I'm gonna play you 2 songs about hope. They are from 2 different sides of hope. And you know, cyborg, half-breed, writer. I recently also called myself an advocate for hopelessness. But I should clarify that I don't mean that I'm rooting for hopelessness. Not exactly. It's just that I firmly believe in telling it like it is. And I wrote this song when I was very tired of hearing the expression, there's always hope, because I actually disagree with that. I would offer that there is often hope. I think frequently, many occasions, it makes sense to be hopeful. But another thing I learned when I was 13 from those kids down the hall who weren't as lucky as I was, that sometimes there is not hope. And I just wanted the people around me to be okay with that. So I was thinking about that. And I was also thinking about what we create and can affect, and what we can't. 'Cause I am well acquainted with the hopeless situation. I'd go as far to say that we're good friends, and we hang out on the corner with our other good friend, sorrow, waiting through the day until it ends, until the street lights are ignited and the parking lots are emptied of their travelers from the day. Among the city-planted tulips and forget-me-nots, what are we? Are we artists here? What are we artists here? In the soil that I was planted, in the sun I took for granted, my roots and stem were severed from each other. My waking is to weep, my comfort is to sleep, but I'm not lonely here, for loss became my lover. She is charming and disarming, and she likes to dance around the garden of our floundering family tree. My love for her is something no one seems to understand. What are we? Are we artists here? What are we? Are we artists here? Dum da, ah da dum da, dum da, ah da dum da. And when the sunset heads for cover and the lovers turn their hearts to meet each other in a kiss, when the autumn leaves are gathered and are set to burn, what are we? Are we artists here? 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 'Cause I am well acquainted with the hopeless situation. I would go as far to say we are good friends. Thank you. Squeaky. That's the sound of prosthesis on piano bench. So that song is called Hopeless Situation. This song is called Aux oiseaux. It's from the more hopeful side of hope. There's a French expression, je suis aux oiseaux. I'm with the birds, I'm among the birds, and it's a kind of happiness, elation maybe. I don't speak French, I should tell you that, despite my surname, but I've been told. So I wrote this song because it's, for me, what I think where hope comes from for me is being in it together. And when I lose hope, it's when I feel very alone in the world. So this is about us. This is about moments like this. So thank you so much for being in this moment with me. I'm going to leave you with this song. Closed, closed, closed. The signs on the windows, they go. We're closed, closed, closed. And you, young thing, you better get home. And I blush. Young thing these days, not so much. I feel old, old, old. I feel the years of the world in my bones. But I'm not fussed. I know what I am and I'm not. I know what I can and cannot. I know what I have and I want. What I want is to hold, 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 and not have to let go. And when death comes, I want to say no. But don't judge. I've been through a lot. I don't say that to say that you've not. I think that we've both been cut up. We both have. But guess what? Guys, guess what? I'm glad that we're here in this dump. If together is all that we've got, it's enough for us not to give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. And we'll go, go, go. I see us where shadows grow, where je suis aux oiseaux. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Thank you so much.